Welcome to another Tyke video. Today we're going to be discussing how the gateway can send analytics to ElasticSearch and view that information in Kibana. So first of all, we want to make sure we're set up correctly. So we are going to head over to our GitHub, and under Tyke Technologies, you can see the path that follows. You want to have access to the Tyke demo, and we have several deployments. So just make sure that you are under the Analytics Kibana one. We want to run the script with the analytics parameter. So this is the command that you would be putting in either your terminal or your code editor of your choice. And you're going to want to import this specific collection into something like Postman. Once your deployment is up and running, you should be able to navigate to localhost 3000 and you'll see your Tyke dashboard. You will be given credentials, and you can just go ahead and log in. In order for this to work correctly, you are going to have to get a dashboard license. So definitely reach out to us if you have questions about how to do that. We're going to go ahead and create an API because remember, we want to send analytics to ElasticSearch. So let's just go ahead and give this a test API name. We're going to be using the upstream URL. We're going to be using HTTP bin. So HTTP bin is essentially an echo server, and as I configure this API, I just want you to keep in mind that the information does go via the gateway, the Tyke gateway. It flows through Redis and it's picked up from the Tyke pump. The Tyke pump is an open source, and you can in fact send the analytics. You can view them either through the log browser here, or you can send them to the data sync of your choice. So we are compatible with a few data syncs, and we can definitely give you more information on that if you're interested in it. We're going to go ahead and set this as keyless because we just want a very basic API. We'll go ahead and get that done. It's super easy, but I did forget to copy the URL. So let's get that copied. And now we are gonna go to our Postman where we can make a few API calls. And you're seeing here a status 200. I can try and hit like different endpoints if that works. There you go, maybe XML. Great. So I'm sending a couple of requests here, and I can head over to Kibana, and it does refresh, on its own. All right, there we go. So you can see here it started to get the API calls. We have some activity going on. We can easily query this. Say we wanted to see what the response code is. We just pass in what we're looking for. Let's see, have we had any 401s? Nope, we haven't. If I wanted to search maybe a response code of 200, you can see it does in fact pull it up. And it could be, maybe searching for the API name. So we want to see how our consumers we want to see how the client is consuming the API. So this is super useful for that. In the event that you want to maybe add some authentication, it is pretty easy to do that, and you just do it through our Tyke dashboard. So we can go ahead and here request a key. We're going to choose an API, and I have test API right there. Oh, first I have to go back to API, and configure this right here. So rather than keyless, I'm going to go ahead and request just an authentication token and update it. And then we can head over to keys and request a new key. So we're going to choose an API, test API, and we are going to go to configurations. I'll give it an alias right there. I don't want it to expire right now, just for this example. So we're going to set that key to not expire. And we're going to copy this. And now we can pass this information into our Postman. So if we pass in a header here, authorization, and paste our key. Actually, why don't we do this for now? I'm expecting to get a 401 just because I haven't put in the correct information here. So you can see authorization field is missing. But now that I pass in the key, I'm expecting a 200 right there. And if I head over to Kibana, you'll see that we're starting to get more information flowing into here. And you can see I've got a status 200, the status 200, and we are just gonna wait for maybe a 401 to come in. As you can see here, I do have some more information flowing in. We're getting a lot more analytics flowing in. So now I can go ahead, let's say I want response code 401. I pass that in, and you can see that we did in fact get a filtered version and only received the response codes that contained a 401 in them. So definitely check it out. Check out our GitHub and give this a try, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.